The Tale of Nneka and the Enchanted Forest. Long ago, in a village nestled between vast green hills and a thick forest, there lived a kind-hearted young woman named Nneka. Known for her beauty and her wisdom, she was beloved by all the villagers. She had a special talent for understanding animals, and it seemed as if the birds, goats, and even the mischievous monkeys would speak to her in their own way. One day, while working on her family's farm, Nneka overheard the whispers of some birds perched on a nearby tree. They chirped in a frantic, almost frightened manner. Listening closely, she heard them speak of a dark force that had begun to taint the heart of the enchanted forest, Ohia and so, the sacred woods that had always been a source of life and prosperity for the village. Nneka grew worried. The forest was sacred to the villagers. They drew their water from its streams, their herbs from its grounds, and their strength from its spirit. If the forest was in danger, so was her village. Without hesitation, Nneka decided to venture into Ohia NSO to find out what troubled the land. The next morning she took a small basket, filling it with kola nuts, alligator pepper, and a piece of oji, the sacred wood used in village ceremonies. As she approached the edge of the forest, the once vibrant and lush trees seemed strangely muted, and the leaves drooped as if drained of life. The usual chorus of chirping birds was absent, leaving a heavy silence. Deeper and deeper she went, until she came upon an enormous silk cotton tree, Akpata, the guardian of the forest. Underneath its shade, Nneka found a strange sight, a dark figure, a spirit unlike any she had ever seen, sitting beside the roots of the ancient tree. It was the spirit of greed, Muochu, that had begun to drain the forest of its vitality. With hollow eyes and a twisted smile, the spirit muttered, "I shall have more. I shall take it all." Nneka knew that she needed to protect her forest, but she had to be wise. Confronting Muochu directly would be dangerous. She knelt down, placed her basket before the spirit, and said, "Great Spirit, I offer you these gifts, a token of respect and peace. May I speak with you?" Muochu eyed her curiously. Spirits of greed were rarely given gifts, and it hesitated, intrigued by this offering. Nneka opened the basket and presented the kola nut and alligator pepper. She spoke calmly. "These are symbols of our village, of unity, sharing, and harmony. The people of my village rely on this forest, just as much as you rely on your strength to live here. I offer you these so that you might understand our needs." The spirit seemed momentarily softened, but its greedy nature would not simply vanish. "I take what I want. Why should I care about your needs?" it growled. Nneka looked around and saw a small young sprout growing bravely among the roots of the giant tree. She smiled and said, "Because like this little sprout, we all grow together. If you take too much, the tree will die, and so will everything else, even you. But if you let us share the forest's blessings, there will be enough for us all, for generations to come." Muochu looked at the small sprout, at the vast tree it sat beneath, and at Nneka's sincere expression. Her words began to take root within the spirit, much like the tiny sprout beneath the akpata tree. It let out a long sigh, and slowly its form began to fade, the darkness dissipating like a morning mist. "You are wise, young one," it said, its voice softer now. "I shall leave this place for now and let balance return. But remember, greed always lurks nearby, waiting for a heart that opens itself to darkness." With that, Muochu vanished into the air, and suddenly the forest seemed to exhale, as if relieved of a heavy burden. The leaves of the trees lifted, their green hues deepened, and the birds began to sing once again. Nneka smiled, touching the bark of the old silk cotton tree. She knew her village was safe, but she also understood the warning that Muochu left behind. When she returned to the village, Nneka gathered the elders and shared her story. They decided to celebrate the forest each year with a festival, Emume Ohia Enso, to remind the villagers of the importance of balance, gratitude, and respect for the gifts of nature. Nneka's bravery and wisdom became a tale told for generations, a story about the dangers of greed and the power of harmony. The villagers never forgot that the forest, like their lives, was sacred and worth protecting. And so Nneka's spirit lived on, a beacon of hope and understanding for all those who followed. This Igbo tale teaches the importance of respecting nature and maintaining balance, reminding us that everything we take must be given back in some way to ensure the prosperity of all.